know that in America, democracy is hypocrisy. Now, if I'm wrong, put me in jail.
And this is the reality. Now, when we come to Washington in this campaign, we are coming to get our check.
Welcome in, folks. I'm your gracious host, Ace T. Right beside me, as always, is my brother at Arms ID. And without further ado, let's get started. Folks, Russia's invasion of Ukraine on February 4th of 2022, led by Russian President Vladimir Putin, has severely disrupted economic stability throughout the world. Most notably, to a lot of people, the extreme spike in gas prices is what's paramount, and it's been reaching record level highs here in the United States, breaking such records from 2008's recession, actually making these gas prices the highest in U.S. history. With that said, ID. Always good to have you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Because of this gas price spike, there's been an increase in quote unquote Biden did it stickers posted on gas pumps. Do you agree with the notion that Biden's to blame, or do you feel otherwise?
I feel it's a couple things, man.
Okay.
Yes, I do kind of feel like his administration is kind of pulling some strings. There's been some video where he's blaming Putin and also the conflict that's going on over in Ukraine.
Yeah,
but I think it's there's agendas on both sides. Of course, anytime you can make more money off a product because of the supply and demand is always going to be a great thing.
right.
Also, it's a way that a lot of people are getting back for some of the money that they lost because of quarantine in the last couple of years as well. Putin is always a great person to blame for everything because you can never really get his side too much, and he doesn't really know what goes on in American news and politics. But at the end of the day, I think it's a great way to cover up some things. I also see that other companies are taking advantage of this as well. Like Tesla has raised their prices on their cars because now everybody's looking for electric cars and X, Y, and Z. So to me, I think it's just a part of the plan, in my opinion, as far as pushing some agendas, pushing some new products. Then also it's a way to kind of divert things. Also, it's also raised his approval rating as well, because at the end of the day, people think he's doing the right thing as far as helping out Ukraine because they're seeing certain things on TV, and they're also not understanding why Russia and Ukraine are having issues in the first place. What's your thoughts?
No, I mean, obviously Putin's lead on having Russia invade Ukraine has definitely impacted fossil fuel prices throughout America. Over a year ago, though, I think back to a Morning Joe interview with Biden as a candidate running for president, and he basically said that his predecessor needs to, quote, take responsibility, and that, quote, right. Again, he's in charge regarding Scarborough's question to Biden about making the nation stronger for testing and antibodies off the pandemic. That's a completely different narrative compared to today's version of Biden telling reporters, and like you said, ID, that he can't do much about it. Russia's responsible when asked about the record high gas prices stemming from Russia's invasion, of course, of Ukraine. Let's not forget, though, it took 12 whole days for Biden to impose the toughest sanctions upon Russia from the first day in the invasion, which, by the way, those sanctions place a full stop on all Russian and oil and energy imports into America, with no oil producing allies to immediately rely upon, though, in order to keep our gas prices affordable. It might explain why, with this nation having little to no global credibility now, this administration's trying to smooth back into Venezuela's good graces for their fossil fuel supply after demonizing their president, Nicolas Maduro's government, with accusations of election fraud there, along with several human rights abuses. And speaking of diminished credibility, the Saudis and the United Arab leaders, for those who haven't seen or heard this yet, they literally, they're
not taking the phone call.
There you go. I'll say that again for the people in the back.
They're not picking up their phone.
They literally are not picking up the Biden administration's phone calls for more oil. They know what it is. So maybe next time this guy or future candidates running for president won't call the Saudis a pariah state with very little social redeeming value in the present government. And again, this was when he was candidate. But real quick, just to cap my point off, when the world feels a tingle in its throat, Black America catches the cold. In this case, the rise in gas prices has and will cause items such as food, medicine, and items of that like to go up in price as well. And as of late, there's been no overall wage increase for lower skilled grunt workers in fields such as restaurants, retail, medical, blue collar factory work, and so forth, that Black folks are predominantly employed in. So if you're not in a higher tax bracket that surpasses incomes from fields of that nature that I just mentioned and plenty others, then it's really time to fix your roof while it's barely sunny outside and build your savings account, stockpile on emergency reserves, legally
stop taking all those vacations.
Say that again for the people in the back.
Stop taking all those vacations. And let's be clear,
you're gonna have to reevaluate those vacations, trying to keep up with the Joneses.
And let's be clear, the midterm elections are only 8 months away.
How many more months away?
8 months away. So
that's right around the corner, folks.
This is why you're seeing a lot of things going on right now, because they're trying to prep you for that vote that they need.
That's right. And with that said, the midterms being right around the corner, there's a lot of scrambling going on, and they're going to do whatever it takes in order to, whatever side we're talking about here, of course, which I think it's more so the left in this case, but both sides are going to do whatever it takes in order to make sure that they're in a position of success politically, even if it's at our expense as everyday folks. So get ready to hang on for a bumpy ride, ladies and gentlemen. In the meantime, though, in the meantime, let us know what your overall thoughts are regarding the recent price hikes on gas at the pump. Who's to blame here in this scenario? Is it Biden? Is it Putin? Is it both? Or neither? I mean, either way it goes, let us know in the comments section, and check us out on Patreon as well here, where we host our more exclusive videos and topics discussed. We definitely want to thank you all for joining us on this program. And until next time, meeting adjourned.